a lot of you know, but for those of you who don't know how I got started in the business, I grew up singing in my grandfather's church in Queens, New York, from a very young age. Actually, the story goes is my mother tells it that before I could formulate sentences that I would, stand up in the crib and just kind of hum and moan and mimic hearing the sounds that she made when she sang around the house and when people sang around the church. And I come from a family of musicians and singers, and so oddly enough, as a young kid, I didn't realize that I could sing. I thought everyone in the world sang, because everyone in my world at 2, 3, 4, 5 years, everybody sang. Everybody in the family sang. When I went to church, everybody sang. And it just ended up being a thing where, growing up in a family full of preachers and singers, that I sang in the local church, I sang at school. But then when there were, church conventions, I sang in conventions at a young age in front of thousands of people. So when it came time, really, that the opportunity would open up for me to begin to sing with other artists and become a background singer, that I fell into it quite naturally, because I'd been used to doing it my whole life. And so after many years of singing background with Mariah Carey and Puff Daddy and Faith Evans, and doing in-studio work for Mary J. Blige, Aretha Franklin, and Brian McKnight, and so many others that I can't name, the Isley Brothers, I was afforded the opportunity to record my own CD, which actually was 10 years ago this year. Had you asked me this question some time ago, I would have said the best thing about performing was being able to connect with masses of people. But as I get older, the best thing about performing for me is being able to set myself free from whatever is going on in my life. My music is a release. I get to express myself when I write, and when I perform, if I'm angry, if I'm overly excited, whatever has gone on in my day, I can take that and channel it into a performance, and the audience actually gets the best of it. Because whereas if some people are under stress, it comes out negatively for them because they really don't have an outlet. For me, creativity is the best way to relieve myself and release myself. And so that's the best thing about performing. And then second, it's about being able to connect with the masses of people. To be very honest with you, when people ask me if I prefer to do gospel or R&B, I prefer to do what I call soul music. And for me, they're both soul music. Some people feel like you can't do one and do the other, but I grew up in a Christian household, and I consider myself a very devout Christian. Soul music to me is anything that comes from my soul. And the experiences that I've had, both as a Christian woman, but as a young woman who's experienced love and heartache, are all soul issues. And so for me, it's all good. For some people, they have to make a choice because that's what they need to do. But the choice for me is to always sing what is true to my heart and what my experiences are and have been. And so as long as I'm able to sing truthfully about the experiences that life has brought to me, then it's all good. And if it's categorized as gospel, then that's fine. And if it's categorized as R&B or popular music, or even I'll sing a country song if it reflects my heart and my soul. What is in the future for Kelly Price? Kelly Price is in the process of working on her next R&B album, which I'm really excited about. I'm partway through it. I am writing and producing music for a gang of people right now, and also beginning to launch into voiceover work and scoring for film and television, which I'm really excited about, and opening myself up again to the possibility of doing acting more on a full-time basis. So lots for Kelly in the future. I have just recently recorded a cover of Sam Cooke's Change Gonna Come. So I can do a little bit of that, which the song is amazing. I love it. I was born by the river in a little tent, and like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. And if you want to hear the rest of it, then you've got to look for the announcement, because we will be up on iTunes and all of the other digital servers in like 2 or 3 weeks, I think. My version of Change Gonna Come.